Hi, friends. It's Reverend Ben, and this is your weekly video. Usually, you're used to having fancy screens at the head of the video and at the end that Janae puts on there, but unfortunately, her laptop is broken, so you just see this raw video with me. My background's very different because I'm staying at my amazing colleague, Reverend Amy's house, and I'm so grateful to them for putting me up while we wait for our power to come back down there in Gulfport. Um, our chalice lighting this week, I got to switch tabs for, it comes because we're approaching the anniversary of October 7th from the UU Justice Ministry. Uh, and it's a reading by Reverend Drew Patton from the First Presbyterian Church of Berkeley. And I share it to you with the author's permission. I've used this reading uh, for you before. If they ever ask you, which side are you on? Tell them plainly, I side with the people, with the precious ones, all, the integral, the soft and the fierce, irreplaceable, the beloved, if only by God and trees, who were born, who breathe, and survive. Say I side with those who keep watch beneath the bright, screaming arc of bombs, those who hide in dark doorways, or who through the moonlight flee, with those who stay and fight, and with those kept up all night by hunger and grief and terror and rage, a desperate, unruly hope, who are good and green at the root, who are more than the worst they've ever done, who do their best to love and still pass on the hurt in themselves that they hate. But what when they take sides against each other, the people, against even themselves? Side with whatever is human in them, what is fragile and feeling and flesh. Side with the truth of our stories, side with the fact of our pain, side with defiant insistence on freedom, side there again and again, side there today, side there tomorrow, side there the rest of your life. Side there together until we belong, each one to every other. If ever they ask you which side are you on, say, it doesn't work like that. Tell them you side with the people and abide where the people are at. This is Reverend Amy's chalice, and I am just so I've been your minister for over 3 years, and I am often impressed with this community, but I think I'm most impressed this week. A lot has happened since my last video. We have had a hurricane. Many of us are hurting. Several of us have lost our homes. Several more have lost our cars. Um, Lucinda lost her beloved car, Indigo, to the floodwaters, and our power is still off in our condominium in Gulfport. But several others of you have lost your entire home, and I've gotten to speak and be with some of you. Susan Bernor, our beloved Susan, said that it was okay for me to share with you that she's doing well. Um, Her apartment is trashed. Everything was lost, but she will rebuild. And she says to say thank you for those who have housed her, for those who have supported her. And I'm seeing a lot of you doing a lot of helping. Um, we at the church have become a bit of a hub for hurricane relief supplies. Now, that's thanks mostly to our own Cheyenne Hala and Sam Obeid, who many of you heard uh, as our guest speaker for Ramadan. I got to take a bit of the supplies this morning over to Childs Park, It's Tuesday as I'm recording this video. There's a lot of opportunity for folks to help. There's a lot of opportunity for folks to receive help. And there is a Google form to sign up for either. Now, please get your announcements for this video to me by Monday at 9 a.m. We always do an appreciation of an individual or a team. And those of you who were there on Sunday know that one of the people Janae Johnson appreciated was Kelly DeGraw. Because Kelly, I think Janae said, is one of those unseen and unsung hero volunteers. Kelly has been volunteering to do our newsletter alongside Janae for, I believe it's about 10 years, has been a very hard-working communications team volunteer. I just want to say thank you, Kelly. We love you. We love your family. I know you've been impacted by the hurricane as well. And as Janae said on Sunday, Kelly is taking a well-earned break from her volunteer work on the newsletter. Again, today is Tuesday, so it looks like our fellowship on tap is still on schedule for tomorrow, Wednesday at Green Bench. The newsletter this week, or last week's newsletter, went out saying the LGBTQIA plus brunch was happening because it is the first Sunday. Usually we go to Neptune Grill for that, but unfortunately there is no Neptune Grill. They're one of the businesses that was practically washed completely away by the hurricane. So stay tuned if we're going to hopefully find a new venue for the LGBTQIA plus brunch. Looking forward to Sunday's worship service. Uh, the topic is called "We Tried That Once and It Didn't Work." Morgan Gresham is the worship associate, and I'm fairly certain the message will at the very least be shaped by the events locally around the hurricane and by the events in the world, the Jewish high holidays and the anniversary of October 7th. I'm going to have a time with the minister after worship service. I've met with several of you during these times. This is really fun for me. It's sponsored by the COM, the Committee on Ministry. A smaller group of us get together in the library to be able to share some time, and I hope you'll be able to attend that. We can discuss what happened during the worship service or anything that's on your mind or in your heart. The Racial Justice Monthly Book Club is continuing. The next time they're meeting is Wednesday, October 23rd from 5 to 6:30 p.m. in that same UU St. Pete library. They're going to discuss the parable of the sower by Octavia Butler. It was sometimes referred to as Afrofuturism. It was published in 1993, but set into the future, the distant future, the year 2024. So email our Rebecca Wilson for more information. Now the office hours, we're open this week. We were closed last week for the hurricane on Thursday and Friday, but we were open yesterday, Monday, from 10 to 3, our usual hours, and we will be open, fingers crossed, on Thursday and Friday from 10 to 3. I will be in New England from October 16th to 23, and you know that when we extinguish this physical chalice of Reverend Amy's, that's when we ignite it inside ourselves. And this flame inside ourselves is an unquenchable flame. Let's keep it burning until we see one another again. I love you all. I will see you soon. Blessings.